much tax because they're basically, making, breaking even, right? So a non-refundable tax credit for the child care provider community would not be very meaningful. So what this does is allow them to get the difference, but it does cap it on each child care provider at $25,000. So we can still help a ton of for-profit child cares, but it's not, the big ones aren't going to get it all, but the small ones that may not, that maybe just making it on the margin, they will be able to use that capital to hire another person to improve the quality of their facilities and to offer more child care slots. So that's why.
The the child care centers right now, you're saying it's not a profitable business?
Some of the smaller ones, it's really not, and it's because of the subsidized the children. I think Ms. Collins knows this well. If you take in subsidized children, the state does not give you enough money to cover the cost of those children. And so they have to use the profits that they make on other children to cover those subsidized children. And so if you take subsidized children, which you really have to in the rural areas of Alabama, because that's who's out there, you're going to lose money on most of those kids. So you either have to make your parents pay copays, which is difficult for them, or you have to cover children that are subsidized with non-subsidized children or children that can pay the full freight. So that's basically your
and
income
Tourism Committee.
goes to covering all the kids.
Okay. And I had a friend who was in this business, and I didn't, but I guess if you are taking, but the child care tax credit is not based on the subsidized children you're taking.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is based on that number.
It's based on the number of subsidized children that you take. So we're trying to encourage that and also the quality of your child care center.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Representative Stubbs.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I think it's important to note, I think that there are some elements of this that were, and I appreciate the sponsor because we did talk in our previous committee meeting about the white collar, blue collar difference of child care needs. And I think this does a sufficient job of addressing both of those in an equitable manner to ensure that we are incentivizing certain opportunities in areas of our state where we may lack workforce, but if you lack childcare, then you lack workforce, and we all recognize that they, in some instances, go hand in hand. So I appreciate that fact, and I think that this does a much better job, and also with the caps allows for it to serve more facilities than just a handful that might take the lion's share of the funds.
Representative Collins, did you have anything? No? Okay. I want to also give a shout out to Representative Ingram, Reed Ingram. He had a bill last week that was similar in nature. Some of the concepts that were in his bill, we've incorporated into this bill, and I think those are good. So I want to give him credit for making those, bringing those changes to our attention. Any other comments or questions? I'll entertain a motion. Representative Drummond makes a motion. Second, Representative Collins. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Bill's given a favorable report. Thank you very much. We're adjourned.